What is this? A burglary?
Tell your friend who we are, Antonio.
Antonio?
No? Funny. You look just like the Antonio I know.
What the hell's going down here? Do you know these people?
Yeah, I know him.
We're old and intimate friends. And you're Joe Perkins, aren't you? Yeah, you're the one Antonio's so afraid is going to take away his lovely and rich Kelly. Rip, get Bobby on the car phone for me.
Okay.
Who are you?
You've come looking for Kelly, haven't you? We'd like to know where she is, too, wouldn't we, Antonio?
Ginger wants to talk to you.
Where are you now? She's carrying a suitcase. What direction is she heading? Stay with her, Bobby. Don't lose her. We're all very anxious to know where Kelly is going, especially Antonio and his pal, Joe Perkins. Yes, Joe's here, too. Yes, it's very cozy. Oh, if only you and Miss Capwell could be here, it would be just perfect.
What does Kelly have to do with these goons?
Hey, who you calling a goon?
Relax, Rip. Let us know when and where Miss Capwell finally likes.
Joe has never been into drugs. This is a frame. If there was coke found on his bike, somebody else put it there.
Oh, poor Joe. He's always being blamed for other people's crimes. Murder, narcotics.
You know, I've been wondering how far you would go to get Joe back behind bars and out of your sister's life.
Cruz, stay out of this business.
Excuse me, you're my boss on the rig, not here.
Cruz, why don't you just tell us where he is?
I don't have a clue.
Well, we'll find him soon enough. I'm going to head down to police headquarters. I want to be there when they bring him in.
Oh, I'll bet you do, Mason.
You know, warning, Cruz. If you do know where Joe is and you're not telling us, you could be in big trouble, too.
Thank you for that.
Just doing my job.
Mason, I want to talk to you. We've been given another chance to get Joe Perkins out of Kelly's life. Now, don't let me down this time.
I didn't let you down with the Lockridge beachfront property, did I?
Of course not. I didn't mean...
Well, whatever else you think of me, Dad, don't doubt my hatred for the man who killed my brother.
Absolutely not.
Then trust me. I'll get Joe.
So, the Capwell machine rolls into operation and mows down everything that gets in its path.
Guess you're part of that machine now, too, aren't you, Cruz? On Daddy's payroll.
Your father's paying for my expertise. He didn't buy me.
Joe could be fooling you, you know.
Have you ever believed in anyone, Eden?
You leave me out of this.
You got it, lady.
Cruz, I still need to talk to you.
Talk.
No, not here. I
have a houseboat. I live on it now. It's down the line on the Capwell yacht. Feel free to drop in anytime.
I want you to meet me in a half an hour at the cemetery.
Remember this dress, don't you, Antonio? This is the dress I was fitting on Kelly the day you came barging in. The day you came begging for her to run away with you. Well, now it looks as though she's going to run away on her own. Maybe something has happened with the family, and she's coming here to the comforting arms of her fiancé, or the welcoming arms of her once and future lover. You're both so silent. I think you'd be thrilled at the idea of seeing your dream girl. I'm excited. I get to tell her all about the man she's engaged to.
You're not going to say anything to Kelly, Ginger.
You see, Joe, Kelly knows all about your past. She doesn't know anything about Antonio's other life.
Shut up.
Have you ever served time for murder, Rip?
Yeah, I was sent up once for, what do you call it? Assault with intent to kill? Does that count?
It's not bad. But our man here, he made the big time. Yeah. Yeah, he was sent up for actually killing a man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. Now, Antonio, you see, your crimes could hardly be called crimes because, well, given all the pleasure you gave all those grateful women.
I said shut up!
Oh, don't be modest, Antonio. It's perfectly all right to be proud of your accomplishments. You were top of the line, don't you remember? My #1 star.
Damn you!
It's all right, Rib. You're going to sit there and be quiet now, aren't you? And you're going to let Joe listen to what I have to say, right? That's my obedient boy.
I stopped being your boy a long time ago.
Oh, well, I know. So hush up. And let Joe here get a sense of what's going on. He looks bewildered.
What's your point, Ginger?
To put you in your place and keep you there. Yeah. Your defection was a severe blow to my ego, let alone my pocketbook.
Don't do this!
Be quiet! You don't tell me anything! You lost all your rights when you ran out on me. When you tried to kill me, you're lucky I'm letting you live! Now you want to know about your friend here, don't you, Joe? About his career as a high-priced male prostitute. At his peak, he was state-of-the-art. I found him. I trained him. I let him out. I was his friend. I was his mentor. I was his family.
You're my jailer.
I made you a lot of money.
You got that wrong, Ginger. You made the money. I got out with nothing.
You could have been rich had you stayed. We both could have been rich had you stayed. Instead, you tried to shoot me. If it hadn't been for Rip grabbing that gun. Why, Antonio? Why? I was good to you. I would have given you anything you wanted.
Except my freedom. Don't try to judge me, Perkins. You don't know anything about my past.
It's true. What she says is true.
Part of it's true.
Still playing word games, eh, Antonio? The truth is, you were a whore. And that fact is going to get me $250,000.
Hey, Sam, can we have a couple of spritzers?
How's your hand?
Good. You're a great nurse.
Well, thank you. To be a doctor was actually my second choice of profession when I was a kid.
You're kidding. What was the first?
To be a singer. But I didn't have much of a voice.
Well, that could be a problem. Whatever happened to becoming a doctor?
My sister once took me to see a French Impressionist exhibit.
Ah, and it was love at first impression.
Oh, bad joke.
I know, forgive me. Your sister's who?
Gina DeMott. I'm visiting her now.
Ah, that name sounds really familiar. Thank you.
Well, there was a lot of publicity recently when her husband died.
Stockman DeMont, right. I read about it. Gee, I'm sorry.
So am I. They were very good together. Anyway, so you are Lockridge.
Every inch of me. Will I do?
Depends.
On what?
I've heard a lot about the Lockridge family through my sister and Cissy Capwell.
Oh, well, I hope you don't believe everything you've heard, even if it's true.
I always try to keep an open mind.
Well, you still haven't answered my question.
Oh, what happened when my sister took me to the exhibit?
No. Well, I do.
Would you care to explain why you want to meet me in a cemetery?
No. I just want you to meet me there in half an hour.
You may find this hard to believe, Eden, but I'm not here just because you summoned me. I actually have something to say to your father.
Cruz, I'm glad you're still here. I want to talk to you privately.
Well, all of a sudden I feel like I'm expendable, if you gentlemen will excuse me.
Thank you, Eden.
See you, Cruz.
Yeah, see you, Eden. Look, Mr. C.
Cruz, did you break into Channing's room while you were a guest here recuperating?
I never went near his room.
Then it was Joe Perkins who did. You've been helping him. That's how you found out about Santana's baby.
She told you?
Of course she told me. You think she wouldn't? She's damned upset about it.
Well, I know how much she wants to find out about that kid, how much she wants to see him.
You're wrong. She's already accepted the situation.
Like hell she has.
Well, didn't she turn you down when you offered to help her search for the child?
Yeah, but I went ahead anyway.
How dare you?
I was reading between the lines. I know her pretty well.
You are arrogant and presumptuous. And I'm giving you an order. Stop meddling in this affair. Your investigation is over.
You're right. It is over.
Then you're giving it up.
I didn't say that. Cece, I just got back from Acapulco. 6 years ago, you flew there in a private plane. You were accompanied by a woman.
How did you know that?
I traced your flight. You and this woman went directly to a hospital. When you left a few hours later, the woman was carrying a newborn infant. Then the two of you separated. You booked a stateroom for her and the baby on a boat sailing up the Mexican coast to Los Angeles, and you flew home alone.
And what else do you know?
That the woman's name is Gina DeMott, and that she has Santana's baby.
And what do you intend to do with this information?
I'm going to give it to Santana.
So, what happened when your sister took you to that exhibit?
I don't know. My whole world changed. I saw my first Monet and I was hooked on art.
You get along great with my father. He's hooked too.
Lionel Lockhart.
Right.
Yeah, I know of him. He's the famous primitive art expert, right? I think he wrote a chapter in a text I had. What a wonderful father to have.
Yeah, he's great. You know, other kids' dads come home with baseball mitts. Mine used to bring me back broken pots. You know, for my 10th birthday, he brought me a carved figurehead from an 18th century English ship.
That's a super present.
Yeah, this last trip out, he sent back an ancient coffin. Oh, boy. Grandma loved that when she died when she saw it. The house is full of masks and carvings and old vessels.
Sounds like I'd like it there.
Well, I'd like to take you there. Well, so you're an artist, huh?
An art historian. I've been working at a museum in Los Angeles as an assistant curator.
Oh, good.
And, actually, I'm up for a job at the museum right here in Santa Barbara.
Great.
And I think I have a pretty good shot at it, so keep your fingers and your toes and eyes and everything crossed for me.
Well, I'll look a little weird, but okay. So, if you got the job, you'd have to move here, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah. It wouldn't make too much sense to commute from L.A.
Right. Well, it's not too bad a place to live, actually.
Oh, I have loved it here, really. But tell me about you, Warren.
Well, what you see is what you get.
No, I don't think you're that transparent.
Well, actually, I'm a lifeguard by profession.
Well, you find out what you really want to do.
Yeah. How come you know?
I didn't. I just guessed.
Well, maybe you should have been a fortune teller or a psychic or something. What else do you know about me?
I think you're going to try out for another job.
You're right on again. Doing what?
Well, it's getting harder and harder to see in my crystal ball here, but I'd say that you want to do something adventurous. Become an astronaut.
Oh, an astronaut. Well, actually, that's not quite the truth. No, my father's been running family businesses by himself for years, so I think it's about time I learned something about them. You know, investments, stuff like that. Actually, I probably would have preferred to have been an astronaut, but I hadn't thought about it till this very moment. Summer.
What?
Oh, I like your name. It's hot.
Oh, another bad joke.
No more. Amber, I promise. Actually, you're quite pretty when you hear bad jokes.
There were good reasons for everything I did.
Is that what you tell yourself to keep your conscience from bothering you?
The boy has a good home. He's healthy and happy.
Santana's not happy.
No, you're wrong.
Look, I know you'd like to believe she'll give up wanting to know about her kid, but she won't.
Why are you interfering in matters that don't concern you?
Because I've known Santana all her life.
So have I.
Yeah, but to you, she's the daughter of your hired help. You probably figure it's better for your grandchild not to know he's part Mexican.
Now, don't you ever say anything like that to me again. I'm warning you. You don't have any idea what my feelings are for Santana.
Maybe not, but I know she's in a lot of pain because of you.
No. For the first time in many years, she's happy. And so am I. Are you jealous, Cruz? Is that what this is all about?
I'm not jealous of you, Cece. I'm just trying to protect Santana.
Well, she doesn't need protection from me. I care about her. Deeply. She's become very important to me.
Yeah? Then level with her.
I can't. That would only hurt her more in the long run.
Don't tell me that. I saw her and that boy together for 2 minutes, and I could tell there was something between them. Something very special.
You're exaggerating.
You know I'm not.
Well, I'm telling you, Cruz. I want you to stop interfering in this. Just forget what you found out.
Cece, you can't keep her from her son forever. She won't let you. If she doesn't find out from me, she'll find out some other way. You can't stop her.
Coming! I should really get you a key, Mason.
A key? Does that mean I'll be welcome any time?
Mason, hi.
I apologize, Santana, for not being my father or my brother Channing.
That's an awful thing to say.
It's an even worse thing to feel.
Look, I don't have time to talk to you right now.
You never do.
Well, I can't help it if your timing is bad. Listen, your father is going to be here any minute.
Your timing, on the other hand, is exquisite. Yours and my father's. The way you presented yourselves at his birthday celebration was a brilliant piece of stagecraft.
We were not doing it for effect.
No? Holding hands, gazing longingly at each other? My. It all looked so perfectly staged, I assumed you'd been rehearsing secretly for months, and this was your opening night.
Mason, you do not understand her relationship at all.
That's right. And I think there must be more to it than your ordinary May-December fling. Since neither of you is volunteering, I'm going to find out. I'll get it. Dad, how nice to see you. Come in. Your timing, as usual, is excellent. The party's just begun.
Take a good look at that man, son. C.C. Capwell is our enemy. Don't ever forget it.
Yeah, well, it was really Mason who took the land from us, wasn't it, Dad?
To give to his father. His father is a gluttonous predator, and it isn't the only valuable thing he's ever taken from the Lockridges either.
Well, what else has he taken from us?
You know, there have been times when I have been lulled into moments of peacefulness. I actually thought that conceivably the Capwells could coexist with the Lockridges peacefully on this planet.
Yeah, sort of like that time we accepted the invitation to that big party at their house, right?
The day of Channing's death, yeah. That's right. I never did have good feelings about that invitation. I remember it as if it were yesterday. You and I were getting into our dinner jackets. Minx was standing by, predicting disaster, which it was.
Look, Dad, why don't we just drink up and go on home, all right?
Miss the rest of the show?
Look, I think there'd probably be a better one on TV.
Yeah, but I like live theater. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, look, if it's all the same to you, I think I'll just check out, okay?
Take care of that hand.
Yeah, I will. So long.
So long, son.
Well, he's my son. But sometimes I think I don't understand him.
Cece, I think Mason loves you very much.
And I love him. But that never seems to be enough for him.
Well, have you ever thought that maybe he wants what you have?
Well, where you're concerned, I draw the line.
I'm glad.
You know, Santana, I'm still quite disturbed by what you told me about Joe and Cruz.
I've been thinking a lot about it myself. But I think that Cruz will keep my secret about my baby. And I'm sure that he'll see to it that Joe does too.
You have a lot of faith in Cruz.
Yeah, I do. He's got a lot of dignity, even though he's bullheaded sometimes. And after all, we've gone back a long way, you know.
Oh, please continue what you're doing.
What do you want, Lockridge?
What do I want? Now that's the big question, isn't it? It's the big metaphysical, existential question. Yes, I will join you, but only for a few minutes.
I'd prefer if you didn't.
Oh, how very civilized, C.C. How very polite. I'd prefer it if you didn't. Wonder what would have happened. I'd said that to you before you grabbed my land. Well, we'll never know, will we? No sense in crying over spilt champagne. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. Oh, no, scratch that, too. I came to congratulate you, Cece, on your annexing Luckridge land, and thereby perpetuating the enmity between our two families.
Lionel, you're drunk.
My soul is sober. And from the depths of that soul, I'll make you a vow, Cece, that the Lockridges will fight for what's rightfully theirs, and go on fighting.
Either you leave this table this minute, or I'll have you removed.
Excuse me. May I see that ring?
That is none of your business.
That's a very unique bracelet, my dear. Did he give it to you?
If you don't leave this minute, I'm going to personally throw you out.
Oh, really? Oh, excuse me. That's right. It is time for me to fold my tent and steal away into the darkness. Excuse me. Cherish that bracelet, my dear. There's not another one like it. He gave away Sophia's bracelet.
Someday I'm going to write my autobiography, Joe. Oh, and of course Antonio will be featured in it. Oh, it's going to be an instant bestseller. Book of the Month Club, the works. Yeah. And then they'll make a movie of it. Who do you think should play me and Antonio? I asked you a question.
What?
I asked you, who do you think should play me and Antonio when they make the movie of my life? Well, you're a lot of help. Bobby, good. What's going on? Where is she?
We went to a restaurant called La Mesa. She's still in there.
Okay. We have to work fast. Antonio, you're going to call Kelly and you're going to tell her to come over here for a visit.
Why?
Because I want to tell her in person how and when I want my money.
Oh, no, I'm not going to drag Kelly into this.
My dear, dear friend, you don't have a choice.
I'm not going to call her. I don't care what you do to me.
Oh, gallant! If you don't do what I'm telling you to do, something terrible is going to happen to that girl. I wouldn't test it if I were you. Now get to the phone, make the phone call, and tell her you want to see her right away.
I'll make the call.
You're awfully eager. Why is that, Joe?
I don't want anything to happen to her.
Antonio's her fiancé. This is Antonio's apartment. What? Don't you think it would make more sense if he were to call?
Yeah, but the fact is, she trusts me more than she trusts him.
Oh.
She'd come if I called.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, I like that. Really? Now, Antonio, what does that mean? Here you have this wonderful way with these countless women. Does that mean you can't hold on to just one?
You'd better let me do it before she leaves
All
the
right,
mesa.
okay, but don't try anything. Don't give that girl any warning on the telephone.
Don't worry. I won't tell her anything.
Don't do it, Joe. Don't call her.
Like she said, we don't have any choices.
Don't you know what they're going to do to us? As soon as they get the money, they'll kill us all. Kelly, too. Don't call her.
It's so good to see you again.
You too, girl. You look terrific.
Thanks. How long has it been?
Gosh, I don't know. What, 2, maybe 3 years?
Oh, here. Why don't you look at this? That way, if my boss comes by, he won't think I'm gooking.
All right.
You know, I thought so much about you after Joe was released from prison. I'd wondered if you'd seen him.
Oh, yeah, I've seen him.
Me too. A couple of times. It's so weird, all the things that have happened over these past few years. How much everybody has changed since we were taken off to basketball games and hanging out at Eddie's place.
I know it. But we're all different people now. As a matter of fact, I've just decided to leave home.
You have?
Yeah. Dad and I just don't get along anymore.
Oh, this is serious, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty serious.
Well, where are you going to go?
I don't know. I'm just going to stay in a motel until I find an apartment or something. But you know what? I'm just going to have a salad and a cup of coffee.
Okay, great. Thanks. Listen, have you thought about a roommate at all?
Why? Are you looking for a place?
I have a place. A real nice 2-bedroom. I just can't afford it anymore. I was going to start looking for a smaller apartment, but, Yeah, we could share. It's a thought.
Are you kidding?
No.
I came in here dreading the fact that I'd have to spend the night alone in a hotel.
Yeah,
I'd love to be your roommate.
Really?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Oh, it might not be good enough for you. I mean, it's clean. It's surrounded by trees.
No, listen, that's perfect. I am so ready to get out into the real world. It's about time, don't you think?
It's busy. I'll have to try again.
Get the operator to break in. Tell him it's an emergency.
Yeah, sure.
Oh! Bobby, get him! Get him! Oh, get him, you idiots! You idiots!
Now, I'm gonna blow you away. I just tell the police I came up to some burglars that were robbing my place in the process of defending myself. You got killed.
Bobby! Rick, help me!
Get over there! How's it feel, Ginger? Huh? To be alone, helpless.
Antonio.
Peter's my name! Peter! Say it!
Peter.
That's right.
Please don't. Please don't.
Go on, beg. Beg for your life. Not that it'll do you any good. But I want to hear it, just before I kill you.
Don't be a fool, Peter. Put the gun down.
She ruined my life!
I was good to you.
Sure you were. When I was a helpless little runaway kid, you offered me food and a roof over my head, so I went with you.
And I took care of you.
You fattened me up for the kill, sweetheart. Then when I found out what I had to do to pay you back and wanted out, you beat me to a pulp. I was 15 years old.
That's a lie. All of my boys had good lives. All of them. Once they learned to accept the rules, I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, some of us accepted it. We learned to accept it. We numbed out. It was like a living death. Tell us, Ginger. Tell us about the ones that didn't learn to accept it. Tell us about the ones that didn't adjust, huh? Oh, come on.
Please.
You're so quiet. You won't tell it? Then I'll have to tell it. You were responsible for the beatings, for the drugs.
You don't understand.
Like Nicky. You remember my friend Nicky?
He tried.
He was a good kid. And you had him killed. Let him go, Joe. She's the one we want. Ginger's the one we want. She's gonna pay with her life. For me, and Nicky, and everybody else.
Eden, how lovely.
What?
To find you waiting patiently for me to come home.
Sure, absolutely. You know, I stand here for hours waiting for a glimpse on the horizon of Mason Capwell.
I'm glad my wandering sister has finally come home. You're the only one here who understands my sense of humor.
Oh, were you joking?
Let's go inside, get a good bottle of wine, and settle in for a nice gossip like old times.
No, I can't, Mason. I have someplace I have to go.
Oh, can't you get out of it?
No, I can't.
I want to find out what you think about Dad's new girlfriend.
Well, I can tell you how I think about Santana right now. We don't get along. I don't like her.
Oh, yes, I seem to recall a little girlish animosity between the two of you in years past. I thought maybe you'd outgrown that.
Well, Mason, my teddy bear and my girlish animosity is something I will never grow out of. I really have to go.
Eden?
Yes.
What if he marries her?
Well, Mason, I guess we'll just have to cross that stepmother when we get to her, huh? See you.
Well, for one thing, if I lose my job, I won't be able to help you anymore.
You have helped me more than you can ever imagine. Put your hands on those thoughts, huh?
Hello?
I love you.
Who Who is this?
And I'll never forget what you did for me today.
Hello, Mason.
Now, Veronica, there's something I have to warn you about so you won't be too surprised when it happens.
I know. Peter's going to fire me.
My dear, not only will he not fire you, he'll implore you to stay on and give you a substantial raise in the bargain.
Are you kidding me?
Have I ever kidded you?
Yes.
Well, this will renew your faith in me.
Mason, is this for true?
Capwell's honor.
Thank you, Mason. Thank you so much. I got a raise.
You pulled it off. Terrific. That's wonderful. You have your cake and you eat it too. Of course, what else would you do with cake? Huh?
I can't believe it. My first miracle.
Yeah, listen, if you stick with me, kid, it'll be a reigning miracle.
Is that a firm offer?
Not much about me that's firm these days, is it? That's some very strange feelings.
Strange like how?
Strange as in haunted.
Explain.
Oh, there's some dark corners in my life that have never been exposed to the light of day.
Does one of them contain a woman?
How did you know?
Instinct.
My son mentioned the name of a very special woman, out of nowhere.
Well, that could just be a coincidence.
Maybe. And then I saw a bracelet. A bracelet on yet another woman. Had been given it.
So?
That bracelet was given to a woman that I deeply loved. I know because I gave it to her many years ago.
That's odd.
My dearest Veronica, thank you for my drink and your companionship. I'm going to go and talk to my old girlfriend.
You know where she is?
I'm going to go and talk to her.
This is the way they do it abroad? A tryst in a graveyard?
This is no tryst cruise.
Your mother?
I haven't seen her in 6 years. I wanted to be near her.
Why don't we meet some other time then?
No. What I need to say to you needs to be said right now.
Go ahead.
We made each other a promise.
Which one was that?
Specifically, that we wouldn't see each other so that no one from the past could tie us into the prison.
We've stayed clear of each other for a long time.
Oh, no, not long enough, Cruz. Why are you in Santa Barbara?
Because it's my home.
You left it.
So did you.
My family's here. They've always been here.
My heart's here. What can I tell you?
You are going to leave it. This is my territory.
Oh, yeah? For how long? A couple of weeks, maybe? A couple of months, and then you disappear again?
No, I'm here for good.
Forgive me if I take that with a grain of salt.
You can take it any way you like it, Cruz.
I have no intention of getting in your way, Eden. Though I admit Santa Barbara's a little smaller than Africa was.
Shut up.
I don't think it was such a good idea for us to meet alone again like this.
Don't do that. You don't ever do that again.
I'm sorry I lost my head. Of course, this is a good place to be if you're going to lose it, right? Cemetery.
Your jokes were always as bad as your taste.
My taste ain't that bad. I picked you once.
I said what I needed to say to you.
So I'm dismissed. Can I give you a lift?
No, thank you.
You like it out here alone?
Goodbye, Cruz.
So long, Eden.
It was for you. That bracelet was for you, Sophia. Only you. I swear I'll get it back for you one day. I swear it. Beautiful Sophia. That's the least I can do. The very least.
Don't do it, Peter. I've dreamed about this for years. I waited a long time for this. What are you doing? Quick! You're only getting away! What are you doing, man? Look, she's gone. She's gone. Let it go, Peter. I shouldn't waste the time talking. I should just blown her away when I had the chance.
Listen to yourself, man. Listen to yourself. You want to kill her. Anybody gets in the way, you just want to blow them away. Do you really want to be like that, Peter? God. Look, you'd regret it. You'd hate yourself. You don't want to be like them.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I couldn't have done it. I would have if you had stopped me. Thanks, Joe.
Look, I might have done the same thing if I'd gone through what you did.
God, why did I even think that way? I'm not a murderer.
Maybe because you got that close, you can find out something about yourself.
Yeah, maybe.
Things will settle out. They'll become clearer. Hey, look, I better go.
Wait. Listen. You and Kelly have loved each other for a long time. I've known it. I can't fight it anymore.
Okay.
So I'll make a deal with you. I won't interfere with you and Kelly ever again. If you won't tell anyone what you saw or heard here tonight.
I'll take that deal.
You mean a lot to me.
Nobody will hear anything from me. I'd like to call Kelly now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Would you call Miss Kelly Capwell to the phone, please? This is urgent.
Hello?
Kelly? This is Joe. Hi. Oh, I'm glad to hear your voice.
Where are you?
Look, I need to talk to you right away. I heard you left your father's house.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
There's a few things we've got to talk about. I'll come to La Mesa.
No, wait, I have a better idea. I'm staying at a new place at Sally Taylor's apartment on Anapamu. 1200
Anapamu. Can you meet me there right away?
Yeah, okay. I just have one thing to do first, and then I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll be there, Kelly. Goodbye, sweetheart.
Bye.
If I could just hear you laugh one more time, the way you used to. How I used to make you laugh? You laughed when I sang. Was that song? You are the promised kiss of springtime that makes the lonely winter seem long. You are the breathless hush of evening that trembles on the brink of a lovely song. You are the angel glow that lights the sky. The dearest things I know are what you are. I'm making you laugh. I'm making you cry. Even making myself cry.
I better take this gun along with me, in case one of those creeps are waiting outside for me.
Yeah, sure. Take it with you.
So long, Peter.
Joe. Listen. Thanks, buddy. Thanks a lot. You saved my life, and I won't ever forget what you did for me.
Mason, it's Peter. Be quiet and listen to me. Listen, Joe Perkins is going to be at La Mesa. He's meeting Kelly there in a little while. Get the police over there. He's armed. He's got a gun. Right.